Hello, welcome to our game demo. My name is Roy,
I'm Axel.
and we'll be showing you our game called Renovatio today. So the primary theme of our game is to essentially save the land from light pollution. So we have different little items called lanterns, and and those lanterns emit light that suppresses the growth of plants. So our goal is to collect all the lanterns from the land and essentially just restore nature back to the land. And yeah, that's basically our win condition. So we'll get right into it and do a little quick demo of some of our mechanics that we implemented.
Yeah. So we'll first cover the primary features of this game. And the first one we're going to cover is the replay feature, which you can see on the menu here, R for replay save. So we'll first create a new world. And you can see this is our generation. And we'll go ahead and make a couple of moves. Yeah. And then we can save and quit. And once we open up the game again and hit R, the replay feature will essentially visually replay all of the moves that were played in the previous save at a constant rate. And after the replay is done, then control will be returned to the player, so we can resume from here as if we had loaded. So that's our first primary feature, and we implemented a second primary feature, which is lighting. So we have it disabled by default, but here we've enabled it, and you can see that there's lighting around the player, which is the @ symbol, and there is lighting around the lanterns, which is like the yellow half triangles. Yeah. All right, and once we start moving around, you can see that there is scrolling, which is the first of our creative mechanics and is the one which is listed under the sample mechanics. But also notice that for areas that we have not visited before, it is completely black. But for areas that we have visited, but no light shines on them, they're still visible, although it's very dark. So essentially, there's a memory of which tiles you have visited and have seen. And those will show up even if you can't currently see them. So that is our second creative mechanic, which is sort of a memory or a history of what we've seen. And finally, you can see that as we move around, the lighting around the player decreases. And once we step on a lantern, two things will happen. First, the player vision will increase again back to a minimum amount and some more. And also, the lantern will be extinguished and all of the seeds inside the room will grow up into plants of different varieties. Yeah. So.
And our win-loss condition is, so for our win condition, we basically have to collect all of the lanterns in all the rooms and make sure that all of the tiles get restored from a seed state. So you can see over here, there's a seed state into some sort of a nature block. So over here, you see it's a tree. Yeah, and there's grass over here. This is all random as well. So look over here, you go on it, and then boom, you get a new nature tile covering the entire room. Yeah. So once, so the lose condition is to essentially run out of vision. So we'll demonstrate that right now. Basically, every single time we move, you can see that the player vision is slowly decreasing. You can see that the light around the player gets fainter and fainter and fainter and fainter and fainter. We'll just quickly save right now, just make sure that we don't lose our progress. And then we'll load back again.
Yeah,
and you
I'll-
see that the player is the light is slowly decreasing, and then once it hits a certain threshold, once the player vision gets to 0, then you can see up on the top that there's a message that pops up that's saying you lost. So that's our lose condition, and then we'll go ahead and
wait.
we'll go ahead and load our last save, and then we'll try to win now. And then you can take a quick look over here.
So the reason we have our win-loss conditions displayed on the HUD instead of a separate screen is because even if the player loses, we still want to enable them to sort of explore and wander the world. And that's also true if the player wins. So instead of defaulting to like a win or lose screen and quitting the game, we simply display it at the top and just allow the player to continue moving around and exploring. Although here, once we've won, the player vision is increased substantially and it won't be possible to lose anymore. So the player vision will stay constant.
Yeah, and there's another feature that we want to show you. So that's what Axel just mentioned, that once you lose, you can still keep exploring. So let's go ahead and try to lose again. You lost. But you can keep exploring. You can keep collecting a lantern to basically recover your vision from before. And then once you collect all the lanterns, a new message will pop up. You lost, but persevered to the end. So that's a good little encouragement. You tried award, but we made it so that it's really hard to that it's not that hard to win, because we don't want players to be too stressed out by basically losing a huge chunk of their vision on every step. So yeah, we still have this just in case if they lose and they still want to keep playing. We want to keep it fun and keep our world exploration theme still running. And yeah, that's basically our entire demo now. Thank you very much for watching. It was very fun making this game, and I hope you had fun watching us demonstrate it to you as well.
Yep. Thank you.